I wish to state unequivocally that from today, the Nigerian police force will no longer tolerate such acts of impunity. Every vehicle operating on our roads must be properly registered and must display its approved registration number in accordance. Terrorism, banditry, farmer-elders conflict, cyber-enabled crimes, and other emerging criminal activities. These threats demand more, not only vigilance, but also strategic leadership, effective coordination, and unwavering commitment from every level of command within the Nigerian Police Force. As strategic leaders of this organization, we must constantly assess the changing dynamics of crime and criminality, strengthen our operational responses, and ensure that our policing strategies remain proactive, intelligence-driven, and adaptive. Expectations of Nigerians are high, and rightly so. Our responsibility is to ensure that we remain ahead of these who seek to threaten public peace and national security. Abduction of school children in Oyo State remains an active operation. I wish to assure that their families and Nigerians that the full operational capacity of the force, in coordination with sister agencies, has committed to securing their return safely. We are making progress and will not rest until all the hostages are brought home safely. In the same Oyo State axis, I wish to commend the gallant officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force for the successful rescue of Mrs. Olaide Busayo Adegoke, John Paul, and her twins, who were abducted by criminal elements. Through sustained intelligence, tactical operations, and the courage of our operatives, the victims were rescued unhurt and safely reunited with their families. This achievement once again demonstrates the critical importance of intelligence-led policing and community partnership in crime. Distinguished colleagues, despite the security challenges confronting our nation, the Nigerian Police Force continues to record notable successes across various theaters of operation through intelligence-led policing, strategic deployment, interagency cooperation, and commitment of our personnel across the country. Since our last conference on 5th March 2026, the force has recorded the following operational achievements: the arrest of 8 suspected terrorists, 29 murder and culpable homicide suspects, 65 armed robbery suspects, 55 suspected kidnapping suspects, 42 suspected cultists were arrested. Activities of the police led to the rescue of 88 victims of kidnapping. In the same vein, a total number of 114 various kinds of firearms were recovered in various operations, while 843 various calibers of ammunition were also recovered. 28 stolen vehicles were also recovered. A recent example occurred within the Federal Capital Territory, where actionable intelligence revealed that a group of 5 suspected kidnappers were making their way towards Abuja with the intention of carrying out criminal activities. Through coordinated intelligence and operational deployment, the suspects were successfully intercepted and arrested before they executed their plans. This operation demonstrates the importance of proactive policing and the effectiveness of intelligence-driven operations in preventing crimes before they happen. This achievement demonstrates the dedication of our personnel and the effectiveness of coordinated policing strategies. They also remind us that while much has been accomplished, much more remains to be done. I wish to express my profound appreciation for your dedication, sacrifice, resilience in discharge of your responsibilities. Across the countries, our officers continue to operate under difficult and often dangerous circumstances, confronting diverse security threats while remaining steadfast in their constitutional duty to protect lives and property. I commend your commitment and sacrifice being made daily by officers and men under your respective commands. It is in furtherance of our operational objective that I have approved the deployment of Deputy Inspector General of Police to their respective geopolitical zone with effect from Monday, 15th June 2026. This initiative is designed to strengthen supervision, improve operational coordination, enhance accountability, and provide closer strategic oversight of policing activities within their zones. The Deputy Inspector Generals of Police are instructed to work closely with the Assistant Inspector General of Police and Commissioners of Police in ensuring that operational directives are effectively implemented and measurable results achieved. Let me make it clear that this deployment is not ceremonial. It is intended to bring leadership closer to the field, improve response mechanism, and ensure that emerging security threats received prompt and coordinated attention. In addition, I hereby direct all Commissioners of Police to immediately establish what I term the handshake patrol. Commissioners of Police in contiguous states. Criminals do not respect state boundaries. Too often, offenders exploit jurisdictional gaps by committing crimes in one state and escaping to another. This practice must be disrupted through deliberate collaboration and joint operational planning. Accordingly, Commissioners of Police are to establish coordinated patrols along all major entries and exit routes linking neighboring states. Intelligence sharing mechanisms should be strengthened, operational communication channels kept open at all times, and joint responses initiated whenever circumstances requires. I expect Commissioners of Police to maintain direct communications with their counterparts in the neighboring states and to jointly review security deployment on a regular basis. Security must be approached from the regional rather than purely territorial perspective. Distinguished officers, I also wish to address our relationship with the media. In today's information environment, public perception can influence confidence in our institution as much as operational outcome. While our primary responsibility remains crime prevention and law enforcement, we must recognize the importance of effective communication in shaping public understanding of our efforts. I therefore encourage all Commissioners of Police and senior officers to maintain professional and constructive engagement with the media. Our relationship with journalists should not be limited to announcing arrests or operational successes. It should also involve timely clarification of facts, proactive dissemination of information, and responsible management of misinformation and disinformation directed at the Nigerian police force. You see this every time. Recycling of old videos and circling fake news. We must never surrender the information space to criminals or individuals seeking to undermine public confidence in the Nigerian police. Equally important is the need to deepen our commitment to community policing. Let me reiterate a fundamental truth. The police cannot effectively secure Nigeria without the active support and partnership of the community we serve. Community policing is not a slogan. It is not a program that exists only on paper. It is a practical policing philosophy that recognizes that security is best achieved when law enforcement agencies work in genuine partnership with the citizens. Intelligence remains the foundation of successful policing. The most valuable intelligence often comes from sophisticated technology, but from ordinary citizens who trust the police enough to share information. I therefore direct all commissioners of police to strengthen community engagement structures within their command and ensure that monthly stakeholders' engagements are institutionalized and properly documented. Let me now address the growing disturbing trend that has serious implications for public safety and national security. Across several parts of our country, we have observed an increasing number of vehicles being driven without registration number, as well as vehicles whose number plates are deliberately concealed, defaced, covered, or altered in an attempt to evade identification. This practice is unlawful, irresponsible, and unacceptable. I wish to state unequivocally that from today, the Nigerian police force will no longer tolerate such acts of impunity. Every vehicle operating on our roads must be properly registered and must display its approved registration number in accordance with the law. Any vehicle found without number plates or with deliberate, obscured, concealed, or tampered registration number will be stopped, impounded, and subjected to the appropriate legal process. Vehicles registration is not merely an administrative requirement. It is a critical component of crime prevention, intelligence gathering, and national security. Criminals, kidnappers, terrorists, and other offenders often exploit anonymous vehicles to perpetrate crimes and evade detection. I therefore call on all law-abiding citizens to ensure that their vehicles are duly registered and compliant with the existing regulations. All commissioners of police, tactical commanders, and heads of formation are directed to immediately intensify enforcement operations against unregistered vehicles and vehicles with concealed registration number. There shall be no preferential treatment or selective enforcement. The law must be applied equally to all, and anyone who chooses to disregard this directive will face the full consequence of the law. Let me once again express my appreciation to His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for his continued support for the Nigerian Police Force and for the various reforms being undertaken to strengthen internal security across the country. Distinguished officers, the task before us remains enormous, but it is not unsurmountable. Through effective leadership, strategic coordination, intelligence-led operation, community partnership, we shall continue to make meaningful progress in securing our nation. Let us leave this conference with renewed determination, stronger sense of purpose, and a shared commitment to delivering measurable security outcome for the Nigerian people. Together, we shall continue to build a Nigerian police force that is professional, accountable, trusted by the people, and capable of responding effectively to the security challenges of our time. Thank you for your attention.
They describe a future. A round of applause for the Inspector General of Police.